Hello my 7 Deadly Sins family and friends, welcome back to another video. I put a poll out to see if people wanted me to cover news and such, and it was majorly yes, so here we go. I apologise for not doing it sooner. I've been very busy doing fatherly duties and landlord duties, so hopefully I can get to this to you in a good time. But the big thing is we've kind of got a roadmap, which is fantastic. Coming tomorrow, we're going to have the main quest Act 13 with the Gallant boss, as well as introducing Hell and Abyss for Furs and Mines. This is very, very exciting. I can't wait to be able to do this, and hopefully it won't be too difficult, because this is how we get the new set for Escanor, which will be purely for his axe weapon. We will also get the Time-Space Junction sectors 1 and 2. This is kind of like the Tower or the Memory of Chaos from like the Hoyoverse games, where you do the stages, try and get the full amount of stars, like 3 stars per stage, depending on how fast you accomplish it, and then once it's all been completed and after a certain amount of time, it will reset. But to start with, we're not going to get all the sectors. We're going to get 1 and 2, then 3 and 4, then 5 and 6, and then eventually they will reset it. The Time Space Junction sectors 1 and 2, this will come a bit later. This will be on the 26th, I think, so maybe like a week later. We can double check that in a moment. And then, if you don't know, we are actually getting Escanor and this update 1 week early. Their plan is to do this every 3 weeks. We're going to get like a major update. Not every update will have a new story, but there'll be a good amount of events and stuff to do. So 3 weeks after tomorrow's update, which I believe will be on the 13th of May, we will then get this set of events, which is look kind of like Valentine's Day, but it also could like maybe coincide with the character potentially that we see in the anime, and where she kind of makes guys fall in love with her and then do her bidding. So it'll be interesting to see. I'm a bit dubious about that, if that's the right word, because it's the Heart Hammer lady, and she used kind of like a staff with a heart shape on it, so we'll see. But also then we've got the time attack ranking, which could be quite interesting, and then more Time Space Junction sectors 3 and 4, as well as the Abyss difficulty in the Spider Dungeon. It looks like they're kind of like really spreading this Abyss difficulties out, because we're not even going to get the Dragon with this one. And then hopefully on June 3rd, if they do keep to the 3-week schedule, we're going to get Act 14, so they're skipping like maybe every other update. We're going to get a new act, as well as a new dungeon, Tyrannus. This could be quite exciting, as well as a summer event. This could be pretty cool, because I believe in Grand Cross they added like themed skins depending on the events. So like they had like Valentine's Day skins. I think this is what this is supposed to be for, but because of like how they delayed the launch, it's kind of like pushed everything back, and that's why we're kind of getting like the Valentine's or the lovey-dovey events on this one. So with the summer event, maybe we get like a pool party skins, maybe if we get Speedo Escanor or something, and obviously all those lady lovers, maybe get some swimsuit lady outfits as well. So this is the big thing, very exciting stuff. If we go back to the actual dev notes, they're basically saying sorry for updating too soon. Because of that, we're going to give you 3,000 star fragments, and this is actually even better than if they did a 3-week schedule, because we've lost a week. But if you think about how many star fragments we get from the dailies plus the weekly Book of Stars kind of star fragments, it's like half of this. We're going to get maybe like 1,600. So basically, we get an extra week's worth of star fragments for free. So this is actually really, really nice of them to do. This is basically the overview of saying that we're going to try and do it in every 2-week schedules instead. They're also adding the Time Space Junction to the 29th, my apologies, not the 26th. So it is a week from now. They're saying here that they're doing the summer vacation events and also Halloween, which could be really, really exciting. I don't know what Halloween skins they had in Grand Cross, but me just thinking out of my head here, it would be really cool if they could do like a Pumpkin King, and he would like have a jack-o'-lantern head or mask, and instead of the Spirit Spear chasuble, we could have a scythe. I think that would look really cool. Maybe we could have Barn looking like Frankenstein or something. So we'll have to see how they go about it. But it could be some really cool skins as well if they do decide that. But these would be more like smaller scale. They said these updates will also include smaller scale content, so maybe like some short side story events instead of the main story. So that could be pretty cool. I'm excited to see what they do with that, and so on. They talk about the time attack ranking. That's what we kind of saw in the roadmap. This is to help those hardcore gamers have a bit more engaging things to do, more challenges, and I love to speedrun, so that I'm going to probably quite enjoy this. This is where achieving fast clear time through strategies, you can get maybe particular rewards, but not like game changing. It seems like it's more of an additional content that you could do just to have a bit more enjoyment in the game. It's not going to say, oh, if I don't do this, then my account's going to be really, really behind. It seems it's more like, if you want to have a bit more fun, here's a bit of rewards, but it's not like account breaking. So that's kind of cool, you know. And then if we keep on going down, they're looking for knighthood content, which is really exciting. At last, we're going to get something for knighthood members to kind of do together. They said it's going to be combat focused to begin with, but not just like solo stuff. It's actually going to be co-op stuff to do with the knighthood members. So maybe it's like this big boss that has like infinite health, or like a lot of health, that you and your knighthood members have to go in and fight and see how much damage you can do in a certain amount of time, or see if you can just take it out. That'd be really cool. So really looking forward to seeing more information about that. They'll also have improved the tracking features. You know, like when you say, oh, I want to try and find this herb or this ore, or this mastery item, or the golem hearts that you kind of get for the darkness spell beads, like if you want to enchant a melodious weapon. Like you go there, you collect it once, and then, oh, now I have to go back in my bag, and then click gathering. They now make it so it will like show you the next point closest to you, and so on and so on, which I think is fantastic quality of life update, which is really, really lovely. They're also looking ways to improve. They're also going to improve like gathering fatigue, you know, because we have to like gather so much daily. They're seeing how they can improve that, which is quite nice. They've noticed it can be quite difficult in certain stages as you progress through the story. Some players are having trouble, and they're basically saying, okay, we realise this, we understand, guys, we're hearing what you say, we're going to try and make it a lot easier for you from those points and so on, which is really, really nice. I'll show you later on. They notify us here, but they're basically giving us like 12 SR weapons that you can craft for free, which is, if you don't have them and you want them, fantastic. But if you've already got your weapon sorted, it's going to be so good to limit break and max your SR weapons out so you can get that extra attack for your DPS. It's so nice. So this will be showed a bit later on. And they also talk about some improvements they want for 1.2. Everyone loves like bunny hopping around with their pet, and at first it was a bug. They realised that people are really enjoying it, and they said, oh, we'll keep this. But then on certain devices, probably mobile most likely, after dashing, things would just bug out. So like, okay, fine, we're going to fix the bug, but because we still want mobility throughout the world to be still nice, we're going to raise the speed of your pets. So we'll see how it is in comparison. I'm going to try and make a video of me just going from one point to another before the update and then after, and I'll kind of showcase that afterwards though, so that'll be good to see. Other than that, I'm not sure if some of you know, but say you have your Meliodas with your Gluttonous Sword on team slot 3, and then on team slot 4 or 5, you have him also in your team, but say you're using his dual swords that are the Black Flame dual swords. Whenever you're using it, the slot 3 one, and you would burst or whatever, you would not have the Gluttonous Swords passive. You'd actually be getting the Black Flame dual swords passive. So this is a bit of a bug, and it should have been fixed a long time ago, but they're fixing it now, so that's all right, you know. And there's some other fixes with other weapons here or there. So with Daisy, you were able to like combo ult and then ult straight away with her. They're fixing that, and then there's some other separate issues that they're fixing. They also realise that so much endgame stuff requires platinum ingots, so they're looking into ways how they can improve that, which is really lovely. There'll also be like an Ask Me Anything like that we can put on Discord and whatnot, so then we can send to the developers the highest rated ones or the highest upvoted ones to send to the developers for them to answer us. So in the comments, actually, let me know what you want the developers to answer, whatever questions you have, and then maybe we can post them all together and really upvote the ones that everyone agrees on, because that would be pretty good. Me personally, I would like to know if they can group the ores together. In the live stream, we will showcase this new mount that basically you're riding on it, use this ability, and then just this big shockwave and destroy all the ores nearby, which I think is really cool for like platinum because they're all clumped together. But like iron or silver or gold or whatever, most of the time they're just one node, and it's like, what's the point, you know? Let me just knock it off with Dreyfus. So hopefully they can kind of group more all together instead of being so spread out, and I think that would be pretty good. But let me know what you think, what questions you have, you know? So here's the big rewards. So we're obviously getting the 3,000 star fragments, and this is what I was talking about. Every single like the cheap SR weapons they're gonna give to us for free. So that is 60 SR fragments if you salvage all of them, which means you can max out an XR weapon just like that, which is really, really lovely. It also gives some mastery, especially enhancement stones and 200k gold. Really, really lovely. Also from the live stream, I'll put these in the description or maybe a pinned comment. We've got 2 new codes, Escanor in Origin and Lionsin is back. So basically we get some enhancement stones and elite trophy chance bundles. It looks like it was just ×1, but they've upgraded to ×5, which is quite nice. On top of that, 500k gold, lovely jubbly. 3 times QP bundle, lovely jubbly. Top of the key bundle and the 500k gold, we're also getting hero pickup draw tickets ×5. And this is the premium limited banner draw tickets. Huge, just for free. Here, have 5 free summons on top of the 10 free summons because of the 3k star fragments for free. Like, big W. This is great. And now this is just kind of going over the previous rewards that they have given. So that's kind of it with all this Dev Notes news. I'm going to show something, just as a bonus if you've stayed, potential of Escanor. Now take this with a grain of salt, because it could be changed, most likely isn't. So let me switch over to that. And then we can have a quick look. So this obviously was not showed in the live stream, and this has probably been a bit data mindy. But I think it'd be quite exciting to see, kind of maybe help you decide if you do want to get Escanor, if you want to save for like Merlin maybe. So yeah, so we're going to have a quick look at all 3. A bit of bonus for those who have stayed, so thank you for staying. So we've got the standard 1, 3 and 8, which it just increases the stats. On level 2, we're going to get his special skill attack power by 45, and on 4, ultimate skill power by 20%. And then number 5, that's usually the big one that you kind of want to get at least for him. Basically, it means that his ultimate move, Final Strike, damage equal to 25% of attack plus 2% remaining of HP in range. So you basically get like an AoE similar to Meliodas' dual swords when he has that like the infernal, like the darkness infernal thing around him. But basically an AoE around you that's like burning people, all the enemies in range every second for 5 seconds, which is quite nice. And then it also increases hero's fire damage by 5% every 1 second for 20 seconds in range up to 25%. So that's quite nice, you know. I wouldn't say it's massive. It all depends, like 2% of remaining HP. So in the live stream they showcase having about 300,000 HP, so that's like 6k, so 25% of attack plus 6k. That's not that much. So say you've got like 20k attack, so a quarter of that is 5k plus 6k. That's only another 11k damage every second, but that's without all the bonuses of fire damage and whatnot. So yeah, we'll have to see. A kind of disappointing little bit. We'll have to see. Maybe like it kind of ramps up and is quite useful. Number 6 amplifies special attack again by 70%, which is really nice, like doubling up there. And decreases HP reduction of fading sun, so you don't lose as much max HP. Number 7, this will be very interesting. So currently he'll just like have 1 wave of his skill hit. It adds another 2, so more like a claw. If every single one of these projectiles can hit and they do individual damage, that could really boost the damage up. It's just a shame that it's the normal skill, you know, because obviously we're getting boost for the special skill. Another ultimate move buff, and then on P10 you get a bit more again of the special attack inflicting damage with the remaining HP and whatnot, depending on the charge and everything. And increases damage dealt to enemies. Okay, this is the big one here, really. This bit here, not so much. This is the big one. Increases damage dealt to enemies in range, which will pretty much be the whole time, up to 20%. So that's quite nice. Nothing crazy from what I can see. Still pretty good. Again, same things. 1, 3 and 8, we're going to get the stat bonuses. Number 2, we're going to get normal skill boost. Number 4, we're going to get special skill boost. Okay, and then let's look on to number 5. So moves Final Strike, inflicts damage equal to 12% of attack to enemies in range every 0.5 seconds for 5 seconds. So we're going to get, what, 120% of attack over 5, like in total over 5 seconds. But this is the dot build. So if this is counted as a dot, this could be not too bad, you know. Again, another normal skill amplification, so that's for 85%. Again, not too bad. Remember, this is the dot build we're talking about for Escanor. Number 7 increases the range slightly, but attacking a burned enemy inflicts 30 stacks of defense reduction from burn. This is huge, because obviously you need 100 stacks to get the max amount of defense reduction that you get from burn. You know, you use this and attack, boom, straight up 30 stacks. This is going to allow you to ramp up your damage with this dot build, or just your damage in general, so fast. This is really, really good. And it doesn't even look like it's got a cooldown. So I wonder if you could just hit 3 times, or if it has to be the special attack. But still, 30 stacks straight away, a third of what you need. This is really nice, you know. Again, ultimate damage, so you basically get like 1 of each plus an extra normal one. But this is the big one. This sounds really good in my opinion. So inflicts 1 divine flame for 20 seconds when attacking an enemy. This is just in general. Attacking an enemy up to 10 times. Divine flame increases burn damage taken by 8%. So if you get attacked 10 times, 80% more burn damage on top of the other burn boost that you're getting from him in general. And then when you use ultimate move, it allows you to use it again within 20 seconds. Like, oh, this could be crazy. If you don't need your ult gauge, like to do this twice, say you've got like 3 ult gauge, because I think that's what you need, you use the ultimate, and then within 20 seconds, you can use it straight away. Like, oh my gosh, the amount of damage you could do could be insane. But look at this, on top of that, the ultimate move inflicts damage equal to 300% of attack, inflicting additional damage equal to 150% of attack when attacking enemies affected by Divine Flame. So that's an extra 450% of attack. In my mind, Light Greatsword Escanor could be way stronger than Fire Escanor. This could be really, really interesting to see. I'm really quite excited about this. So yeah, let's have a quick look at Sword and Shield. I know not many people will be excited about this, but we'll have a quick look to see maybe it could be used for the future. 1, 3 and 8, once again, just stat bonuses. Number 2 amplifies attack skill power by 30%. Okay, that's not really great at all. Amplify special skill power by 30% or 40% while OP is active. Not bad, a bit more damage, you know. Number 5, this is used one of the big ones. Slightly increases the range of normal skill. Additionally, increases the normal skill's fire resistance reduction by 50%. So this is quite nice. So let's have a quick look at the normal skill. Usually does the fire resistance by 30%, so that's going to be 45% fire resistance. So that's quite nice. 45% fire resistance down, not too shabby. Number 6, just a bit more damage. Again, instead of special attack, it'll be normal skill instead. Number 7, inflicts damage equal to 65% of defense to nearby enemies when hit while fire barrier is active. That's kind of like a thorns. It kind of looks like a thorns thing. You get hit once you've got your barrier. It hurts enemies. The special attack inflicts damage equal to 8% of attack every 1 second for 20 seconds while OP is active. Again, it's just more like chip damage. It'll be interesting to see if this fire barrier inflicting damage will be active when he's not on the field, if you're using a different DPS with using the fire barrier. So that'll be interesting to see. And then more ult damage again, nothing too like crazy to shout out about. And then ultimate damage, it inflicts more damage equal to 50% of attack nearby enemies. Again, nothing really crazy with Sword and Shield. This could be quite nice, but in my opinion, the big one, I cannot wait to try this out, guys. Cannot wait. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this has been enjoyable for you. You got a bit of information and you're excited as me to try out not only Escanor in general, but that greatsword if you can get high potential. Please leave a like, comment and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously and really keeps my motivation up. And I hope to see you in the next video when I am summoning for Escanor. I'll see you then. Bye.